We 3 deep today. Joey's bitch ass is out. At least this week. But we got everybody else here. Except for also... do we... Adam... We all say that, but then... Yeah. Adam's still in the chat, but he never really... I don't know. But we're here. These guys are here. AJ, Dustin, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good.
AJ, fresh off of seeing Doctor Strange, apparently, that I found out 34 seconds ago.
Yep.
Didn't fucking know.
Right.
That is why Joey's not here, because he is currently watching the movie right now.
Or taking a shit at the movie theater.
At the theater, yes. That's also very equally viable option.
Or falling asleep.
You hear that, Joey? I'm fucking committed to the show.
So yeah,
watch the movie and doing the show.
Yeah, I almost, Brittany, because I get off work at 5. My wife almost talked me into buying tickets for like 7:20 or something tonight. And I was like, nah. I told AJ and Dustin we were doing the show, so we're gonna do the show. And I already had, because I was gonna watch it Thursday night and Friday night, because I already had tickets bought for tomorrow night. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking watch it both. But AJ, do you give, without spoilers, do you give it a rating? 1 out of 10.
I'd even give it a 9. I really liked it.
Nice. Okay. Good.
I really liked it. It's very. If you've ever watched any Sam Raimi films before, it's very Sam Raimi.
I did. We'll get to wrestling in a minute, but that was one thing that I did see, because I've clicked around to a couple of spoiler-free things, watch it for 5-10 minutes, and then turn it off, so I don't get too much information. But that was one thing that I realized. Somebody was like, I didn't realize that Marvel was going to let Sam Raimi go all the way Sam Raimi.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, so I really enjoyed it.
There are people that really enjoy Sam Raimi's work, and they're like, I didn't expect him to go all the way Sam Raimi with this, and they let him do it. So
yeah, it's got the Evil Dead vibes.
Yeah,
so it's really good.
They say it lives up to being the Marvel's first horror film.
Yeah.
So should be pretty interesting. I'm ready for tomorrow, but this isn't a Marvel show yet. We might have one day. This is the Raw Dogs Wrestling.
Dustin can't be part of that.
Yeah, Dustin can't be part of it because he still doesn't watch fucking Moon Knight. That came out literally last night. Dustin, my wife just finished Moon Knight, so therefore I've watched Moon Knight twice all the way through.
Damn, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, because I watched it with her, episodes 1 through 5 on Sunday, because we didn't have anything to do. We were just chilling. I was like, hey, let's watch Moon Knight. So she watched Moon Knight. She got caught up. She just watched the newest episode. Literally, as I was coming in here, we were finishing that episode. You have no excuse. Stop watching High Spots and buying shit and watch Moon Knight.
Been buying thing this week.
You technically can do both, but you're just dumb.
I mean, yeah, you can, but I feel like AJ at all times, because as much shit as it seems like he watches and intakes, I feel like that man always has like 50 screens in every house with different shit on every one of them.
Well, that Friday night that had like everything happening for WrestleMania weekend, I had like 3-4 screens up. I was watching everything.
I mean, I can't say shit because as I'm sitting here, I'm sitting in front of 4 monitors, so I know what you mean. But cool stuff happening in wrestling this week. Bullet Club's back, right?
Yeah, as of Dantoki, I think that's what it's called, last weekend, Jay White made his appearance back in Japan. Hasn't been there since...
It's been over a year.
Fuck, yeah.
Like
a really long time.
Something I said it was over a year, which I didn't realize.
And, he's going to be fighting Okada at Dominion.
Did they actually announce it?
Yeah, they did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be... So far, I think they've got announced for Dominion, Okada versus White, Great Khan, and Jeff Cobb trying to get the IWGP Tag Champions titles back from
Chase Owens and
Bad Luck Fale, and then Tama Tongo, who just won the Never Openweight title from Evil, will be facing Carl Anderson. So
yes, I did see that too.
The Good Brothers going back to Japan for the first time.
I think it was their first time in 7 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
I think that's what they said, 7 years.
And this is their first time going back also since they signed their contract with Impact, because in their contract it says they'd be allowed to go to New Japan. So I think it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Too you ask me.
A little too, yeah, it is too
Too
sweet.
sweet.
That's what I think with that, with seeing, because obviously you get the Bullet Club vibes when they're here with what we've been seeing for the past few months of Jay White, the Good Brothers, and Chris Bay. Like, you still get that Bullet Club vibe, but there was something about the Japan Bullet Club, Good Brothers, the new tag champs, Chase Owens, Bella Fale, and all these people, plus adding the newest member, Juice Robinson, to the group. Yep. It's like, yo, fucking Bullet Club's back, dude. This shit's fucking awesome. Like, they're back, like, top tier Bullet Club, like they were, like they've hit it every time, right? They were top tier with Finn, they were top tier with Kenny,
Miles,
or AJ, yeah,
Kenny, Jay White, yep.
So it's fucking bag. I like it.
Yeah,
good shit.
Pretty fucking dope.
It does make it harder for me as just a Bullet Club fan. Because obviously I know a match I don't think you mentioned was the U.S. Championship match that's going to happen. Moxley, Ospreay, Robinson, and Tanahashi. Yes, that's right, because he's the champion.
He's the champion.
With those happening, obviously, big Ospreay fan, I want Ospreay to win. But it's like, it'd be cool to just see Bullet Club have all the belts again. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Which is highly possible. You never know what's going to happen for that match for Capital Collision, because Jay will be there and he's tagging with. Oh yeah,
they're on different. Those are different shows, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't realize that those are different shows.
Yeah. Well,
Jason isn't he teaming with Hikuleo?
Yes, that's right. It was Hikuleo.
Dustin, look at me knowing shit AJ don't know. Let's fucking go.
Oh shit! Fucking remember who it was.
Fucking back in it, boys. Let's go.
It's their strong show.
I don't know who the fuck they're facing, but fucking...
They're facing, which is actually a pretty sweet match. It's going to be Okada and Trent. So
yes, that's what it was. Okay.
They're both on Chaos, that's why.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, Trent's going, and he's teaming with Okada that hasn't fucking done since Okada came in. Yeah. He's like, I want to say a young lion, but when he started training out, he was working with Trent a lot.
But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. When is Capital Punishment? Is that this month? That's the 14th, ain't it?
Yeah, Capital Collision, I think.
Collision. Yeah, because Capital Punishment, that's a WWE pay-per-view.
That's something completely different.
That's a WWE pay-per-view, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's an actual legal term too.
Yeah, it is. Hold on. Pretty sure. Yeah, WWE Capital Punishment. It's spelled differently.
Of course.
Maybe that's the right way to spell it, and I spelled it wrong. Oh my god, yeah, because this was took place June 19, 2011. Dude, the picture, I'm gonna send this to our chat. This is hilarious. For those that can't see, it is a picture of Rey Mysterio and John Cena. Very boardwalk cartoon drawer, carnival drawer.
Caricature.
Yeah, of John Cena and Rey Mysterio. Look like they're trying to fight each other with Barack Obama in a referee uniform. That is hilarious.
Good shit.
But yeah, the only reason I know that's the 14th is because that's also when Ospreay's signing is with Hot Spots.
Okay.
Because I guess he's doing the signing that day and then doing the show that night.
Yeah.
So that's then. When is the other New Japan show, the Jay White Okada match?
Dominion's happening in June.
And then we have Capital Punishment in July. Not Capital Punishment, I said it again. Forbidden Door in July.
No, right? That's also in June.
Is it in June?
It's the end of June.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was July.
June 26th.
Which that's something to talk about. How they... Would you consider a mess up of how they did their tickets?
I feel like it is.
AJ feels like it is because he didn't get a ticket.
I got robbed. That's what happened. I have an opportunity tomorrow, but I feel like I was robbed because from past times when they originally started selling tickets, I don't think they were ever doing pre-sale.
Yeah,
is one because I remember buying my very first all-out tickets on a plane that I was flying back from work from London back to Chicago, and I bought my tickets on the plane, and I was just in the queue getting my tickets.
Yeah.
I feel like all my other times, I've done it general admission. Pre-sale codes have kind of been a norm now apparently, and this time around, if you unlock the area, it unlocks whatever sections that it's going to unlock based on the code. They did. You unlock, you get in, I look around, I click on sections that are still locked down. They're like, we're not selling tickets yet. Apparently they did these in bunches and would slowly, release tickets into the environment, let's say, to purchase. So I don't remember them ever doing everything at once. Minus the dedicated sections that they're going to do for general admission. So I'm just like, well, this fucking blows.
Yeah, hopefully they don't do that for like All Out if it's still in Chicago, because that would suck real bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, AJ is very upset. He has already spoke to Tony Khan and vented his. That's how he got his chance for tomorrow.
Yep.
He's like, Tony, give me a fucking ticket, okay?
They're like, you need to give me a fucking title opportunity right this second to make up for it.
But yeah, I seen it was a little weird, and then I seen the thing that at one point, I don't know how accurate it is, but the post that Dustin tagged AJ in and didn't put in the wrestling chat where he has a wrestling show to talk about. But there was like they said it was 200,000 people in the queue. Yep. That is fucking insane.
And granted, when I originally joined the queue to try and obviously purchase, I was probably in like the 800s and was able to get in.
Yeah.
And like there was still there was stuff here and there, and I would click on them and then someone would buy it, and then I was like, well, fuck, okay, whatever, I'll just come back. And then it
was fucking gone.
Yeah, 40 minutes later, the show is sold out.
Yeah,
basically.
Which it's crazy to me thinking that there was 200,000 people in line, and like the fudged WrestleMania numbers of attendance is like in the 80,000, below 80,000.
Yeah, so about
crazy.
I think it's about like 7,000 tickets were sold today, and then so when they did the United Center First Dance, the return of CM Punk, I think they sold over 17,000 that night.
Whew.
So, like, there's some wiggle room.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens tomorrow.
If AJ's not back next week, then we know what happened.
Yeah.
Because
at that point, it's fucking fuck everything else. At that point.
AJ comes back next week. So WWE's the greatest promotion ever.
No, it'd be like, I'm a diehard Impact fan.
yeah. So the Impacts were great, right? Yeah, pretty awesome.
Yeah, those pre-taped shows, man, they fucking get me every time. So good.
But yeah. So, what else is going on?
One thing I actually wanted to talk about last week and completely forgot. I was listening into some of the sections of the Chris Van Fleet episode interview that he did with Ember Moon, and she was shooting on NXT 2.0 and the directions that they decided to change, and you can see the writing on the wall and what was going to happen and the transition that was going to take place, and then Triple H went down and nobody knew what was going to happen. But she mentioned about how John Laurinaitis and some of the people brought in fashion consultants on teaching their female superstars on how to dress going forward. So to dress more sexier, to appeal, obviously, to younger audiences and to attract more fans.
Isn't that the opposite? Because when you say younger fans and WWE in the same sentence, I'm thinking 10-year-olds, 8-year-olds.
I mean, this day and age, anything can happen, really.
It's true too.
So yeah, Ember was definitely not on board for that. All the ideas that they wanted to give her and creative-wise, they weren't just syncing up. She started doing training seminars with other younger talent, which she's totally fine with. At one point, they were like, let's turn you heel and bring back the old Ember character with the red hair and the red eye contacts and just make you heel. So the whole thing was within like 3 weeks, she was supposed to start. Her matches were like, she starts leaning that way, and then finally she makes the full turn. I think she was supposed to have that full turn with Mandy Rose, and then the day that match was supposed to happen, they're like, yeah, we're just not going to do it anymore.
Sounds about right.
They're like, yep. They're like, Vince wants you to go back to your old character so he could probably bring you back. Vince cancels it again. He pulls the plug. He's like, yeah, that's not happening anymore. So she's like, you know what? It's like, screw it. He's like, I'm going back home. I'm not going to train anybody. I'm not going to be dressing sexier for you guys. You call me when you have something, and if I approve it, then I'll come back because I'm not wasting my time coming back. And then she gets released.
Nice. Good for her.
Yep.
She's already got the Dollar Shave Club anyway, so.
Dustin, shut your fucking mouth, dude. Okay.
Well, speaking of, continuing on with the whole NXT type of thing, Vince does want this 2.0 show to target that 18 to 34 demo, which is going back to against the women dressing more sexier.
Hey, we all fit in that demo. Fuck that show, okay? You know what I mean?
And
Joey don't.
True. That is true.
It's true. That's probably why he doesn't watch NXT. Well, it's probably why he doesn't watch wrestling at all.
That was awesome. That was really fucking fast.
And they think Nikita Lyons could be the potential door opener for them targeting that demo, but we know why.
You can see why.
Yeah, you know why. Oh my god. But the whole big story for NXT came also out of last week with all of the releases that have happened. They released another 10 superstars. Was like the headliners were Harland, Dakota Kai, Malcolm Bivens, and Persia Pirotta, they've had TV time. A lot of the other people were like nobody's really.
Was she the one? The last one you mentioned, was she the one that was like she was in an on-screen relationship with somebody? Drake. Yeah, that guy. I thought his name was Drake.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that explains why she had a tweet, because again, I have the Raw Dogs.
Yeah,
she sent a tweet
out. Wasn't even cold yet.
I get. I don't know what that is. I get random updates from just wrestling stuff. Like, even people I don't follow, I just get random updates. I got a random one from her that was just like OnlyFans ? Thinking face.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like people were, and then I was like, I clicked on it and I was like, what is she talking about? And then looked at her profile, and all her profile still says WWE stuff. So like, why would she do that if she's still? And then, well, that makes sense if she just got released. So
yeah. Oh, and also Dexter Loomis was part of that as well. In terms of Bivens, he was offered a new contract, and he didn't want to sign it. He's like, I don't want to do anything with you guys anymore. With that new contract, he was supposed to be the manager of Moss. Like, they were going to bring him up. I don't know what the fuck they were going to do with Diamond Mine if that was the case.
Well, I think if you watched Spring Break, I think Diamond Mine's pretty much done anyways.
Pretty safe to say as well. But yeah, the idea was to, before MVP, Bivens was the whole idea of, let's put Bivens with Omos. It probably could have worked.
Yeah,
but he was like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to do that shit anymore.
Don't blame me.
Same thing for Kai. They had no direction on her call up. She's done a few dark matches for SmackDown,
and her character has flip flopped in so much this just past few months.
Yeah, yeah. So again, it comes back to the whole creative direction where they're like, yeah, we don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah. So,
speaking of NXT releases, give my boy his release. Let's go. Get him out. He wants out. Let him out.
Yeah, Roddy Strong did request his release, and they said no.
hey, WWE, fucking, I mean, you released everybody else. You need people to release Roddy.
Because he signed that new contract or whatever the deal was. Apparently, he still had a couple years on it.
Yeah, they fucking baited him because then they fucking signed this contract and then all the fucking Undisputed Era left.
That, and they're like, well, we're giving you your own faction in your own group.
And then they released all the people out of that.
And then they released out of that, too.
Hey,
they
Roddy,
completely changed the direction.
Hey, Roddy, go fuck
Diamond
yourself,
Mine.
dude. Yeah. I thought it was a cool idea. And...
Yep. They did have good guys as well before the transition to 2.0. Like, the guys that they had were legit mat wrestlers.
Yeah.
They all got released, turned to 2.0. You got the Creed brothers who are now getting over. Ivy Nile. Well, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with her. Malcolm Bivens, which is really good. And then, well, Malcolm Bivens is gone now.
And then
Creed brothers are gonna do their own thing probably.
Yeah, they seem like they're going more face after because Roddy helped them win. Like, oh no, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Very,
very similar to the Mustafa Ali stuff, where, you know, if he decides not to participate, they can freeze his contract. He'll stay there even longer, which I'm sure is something he doesn't want to do. I mean, at this point, I kind of feel like if they're pulling the plug on this whole Diamond Mine as a thing, then
they're not gonna have anything for Roddy.
Then call him up.
I mean, even if they call him up, they're not gonna have anything for him. He's gonna get called up. He's gonna get fed to Corbin and Drew and Roman, and if he even gets a match with those people, if he's even on TV enough to get a match with those people.
I mean, if he gets stuck in an IC program or a United States program, I guess that's not too bad.
That'd be great, but they don't even know what the fuck they're doing with that. Like, what has Ricochet done since he won the title?
It's true.
It's like they get the Sammy stuff was working with Sammy being the champion. Like, it was working, and then they fucking give him the title, immediately take it off of him, and then throw him somewhere else on another program, and now he's just completely forgot everything. It's like, what are we doing?
For a split second, I was like, who the fuck is the United States champion?
Exactly.
it's fucking theory.
Yeah, exactly. But again, with that, they're not doing anything. So it's so just. It's funny because, you know, that he went to ask for his release and they just looked at, like, I could see Vince not watching AEW and be like, where's Adam Cole and Kyle and the Bobby Squid guy or whatever? And it's like, oh yeah, they're all in AEW now. They're fucking killing it. It's like, oh, okay. Didn't Roddy's wife wrestle? Yeah, she's also in AEW. Like, oh, Roddy can't fucking leave. He's fucking throw him in the back.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But here's the real kicker, though. With all of these releases, they weren't telling creative that they were releasing people, and they're like, well, we were gonna do this with so-and-so, and this so-and-so, and it's like...
How much of the creative people that aren't wrestling fans were like, hey, we released Harland, and they're like...
Who?
Who the fuck is Harland?
I mean, well, you know, technically he was in the program with Gacy, and they're like, okay, we can probably start feeding him into things, but apparently the reason why they released him was because he wasn't progressing as fast as they were hoping he would be doing. And they were like, fuck it. We're just not going to waste our time. And then they just cut him. I was like, Jesus. Like,
it's so
what the
dumb.
Fuck? Yeah, I was like, you made such a big deal about Patrick Bordeaux signing with WWE, and then you make him shave his head, and then you barely put him in any type of competition, and they're like, well, he's not doing as good as we hoped, fuck it.
I seen a picture of him, of Harlan with hair, and I was like, is that the same guy that was with I think the guy that was with Gacy was named Harlan. Is that the same guy?
Yeah. So, they're so stupid. Vince is now banning a new keyword that you can't say in WWE. And it is a non-title opportunity. You can no longer say non-title.
Why?
Beats me.
So,
I think they're what do they call them now? They're championship contention matches or whatever, or championship contender match. That's what it's called. So they're no longer non-title matches.
So
So in order to get a title opportunity now, you have to beat the champion,
so what
and
happened?
then you
To,
get your title.
so what happened to just plain old fashioned number one contender matches?
Those still exist.
Because why the fuck would you have somebody ever beat your champ? I'm done. Don't even.
I don't know. Ask Dustin. This is his company, his brand. Pay his checks for him for now.
They do. Yeah, I might be getting cut soon. Who the hell knows?
A surprise that came out of the end of last week or end of April.
I'll fucking fight you, dude. Okay.
At the end of April, they had AEW removed certain stars from their roster page. Those of contracts that we knew that were going to expire and they weren't going to be renewed. Marco Stunt, Joey Janela. I think there was one more and I can't remember. But one surprise was Stu Grayson of the Dark Order. And Stu Grayson is a tremendous wrestler. And, he was teaming with Evil Uno for the Dark Order when they had the initial
Yeah, they were the initial.
exception.
They were the Dark Order.
Yes, they were the Dark Order before they started adding more people. The whole thing was...
The Dark Order is now kind of like the NWO. Like, it started off kind of cool, and then it got really cool with, like, Brody taking over, and now they just fucking let anybody in.
I mean, they haven't really added anyone, really, after Brody Lee. Like, that was it. Like, and then they haven't done anything.
But I guess it's more of when you look at the Dark Order, it looks so fucking random.
Yeah.
Like, the people just look so random.
Yeah, it's because...
I'm not hating. I like the Dark Order. I think they should give them something better to do than what they do now. But, hint, hint, Bray Wyatt. But, I don't know if that'll ever happen. But
their faces now.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. And I hate saying that because the more I think about it, like I watched, like even watching Dynamite last night is watching Jay Lethal. I was like, oh, dude, Jay Lethal's such a good heel. And then you watch somebody else, like, oh, they're such a fucking good heel. And it's like, okay, well, everybody can't be fucking heels.
Right.
It's like the Young Bucks. I prefer the Young Bucks as heels. Obviously, Adam Cole, heel. It's like, okay, but everybody can't be fucking heels. It's like, it's a weird thing where it's like, yeah, everybody is really good at heel, but we got to get some good faces, too.
Yeah, so I think it's probably safe to say that them being faces has overstayed their welcome now. Because, they went face after Brody died, basically.
Yeah.
So I think the transition period now, I think we're done. I think it probably needs to change. And that's even granted if a lot of the Dark Order members stay. I hear once Colt's contract up, he's going to leave. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be around CM Punk. And that's whatever. And then Alan Angel's like, okay, maybe you probably don't need him anymore. Can that be said for everyone else then? Like, you don't know. For Stu Grayson, they wanted to re-sign him. They put a contract in front of him to be re-signed, and then the contract expired. Like, the offer expired, so then they never came to an agreement of him staying. If that's the case, I feel like if he doesn't come back, it's pretty safe to say Evil Uno isn't going to come back because they were legit a tag team on the Indies and in Canada. They were the Super Smash Bros. Back then.
That's hilarious.
That's what they're called. So, who knows? I would hope Stu Grayson would come back. To be honest, I kind of want, if it's going to be the Dark Order, I just want it to be Evil Uno and Stu Grayson going forward. That's just my opinion. I feel like there so many of them, and unless they're going to introduce the Trios title, that's at least they've got two teams there within Dark Order.
Yeah, which they have to do at some point. When you have a show and you have multiple 3-person team matches on the show, it's kind of timed. And they're like established. House of Black, Blackpool Combat Club. Who else? Who did? No, they.
Death Triangle.
Death Triangle. They. I mean, technically, you have the AFO or whatever. If they're still a thing, I guess they kind of still counted them as a thing last night. It's like you have all these people, factions, whatever. That there's plenty of. I mean, honestly, you look at it. You have the Elite, Undisputed Elite. You know, Kenny and the Bucks, Adam Cole and Kyle and Bobby. There's plenty of weight. Christian and Jurassic Express. If they don't split soon. You got plenty of ways to do it.
Yep, Gun Club, Billy and his sons. Yep. I mean, I figure even they could do Hardys and Darby, since they kind of are like similar, and I'm pretty sure they don't want old ass Sting to have a championship.
Yeah, probably not, but hey, there's the manager of the Hardys and Darby, Hardy Darby.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. San Antonio rumored to be the host for Rumble, this upcoming Royal Rumble. We're going to go back to the Alamo Dome, so pretty cool. Interesting. What else?
It looks better than this year's.
You would hope so. Riho and Yuka Sakazaki back on AEW. They're going to be part of the qualifying matches for the Owen Hart tournament. They're going to have their match tomorrow on Rampage. Interesting to see. Pretty sure Riho's going to win. And lastly, which we could... Well, not lastly. I got 2 more things. Tessa Blanchard in the public eye again with WOW, Women of Wrestling. Apparently there's another falling out between the two. And during one of their promo classes, she tore into one of the girls really bad. No one's talking about it because they've all signed NDAs, and they don't want to shine more light to the issues that are going on. So nobody's talking about it, but apparently
nothing better than a good old fashioned cover up.
Oh yeah, more issues with Tessa. I don't know if they're going to end up using her again. We'll see what happens. And I figure we could probably leave this going into talking about WrestleMania Backlash. Why the title unification match was scrapped.
Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. So I had two things coming into this, and both do revolve around WWE Backlash. So we can start talking about that now and then get into our picks. I do already have Joey and Adam's picks, as well as mine, because I pick last anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the 2 things. One, I think it was literally last week or the week before last, I don't remember, where we literally looked up, hey, how long has it been since a just normal old tag team match main evented a pay-per-view? And that's what we're looking forward to. Premium live event, I'm sorry. Well, it's pay-per-views at the time. But looking forward to Usos versus RK Bro. I feel like we've had times where we're like, oh, fucking shit, somebody from AEW is listening to this show because they do what we say. Somebody from WWE is watching the show and doing the opposite of what we say. Like, those fucking marks. You don't even put Roman and Drew in that match. Let's make it an actual main event. Like, holy... I literally was watching that, and I was like... The other day, I was like, wait a minute. That's not a... What? That's a trios match? What? Literally just I was stunned. Because I was like, we just talked about that. A tag team match main eventing a premium live event. And it's like, oh, let's put the fucking undisputed unified champion in it. And probably who he's going to fight next. For no fucking reason.
Yeah. Which is stupid because they set up Shinsuke to fight Roman. Yeah. And then they're like, nah, fuck that.
It's so... I don't get it. It's like... The way this card is... Horrible. The way this card is... Very, very easily could have been... And it would have like main evented and probably been the best match on the card, hands down. With just RK Bro versus the Usos. Like, the only match I feel like looking here that could... Okay, there's two other matches that could probably give it some competition, and that's Cody versus Seth or AJ versus Edge. But other than that, RK Bro versus Usos could have killed it. Especially with how good their promos have been the past few weeks and everything. It's like, it could have been great. It's so mind-blowing to me. Which, I mean, I guess you can't have a fucking pay-per-view without Roman, I guess, but... Whatever.
You could have.
I mean, you could. Yeah, you could have. Heaven forbid we shine some light on something else in the company. Because again, I just realized there are two titles on the match in this whole show. Yep. The Raw Women's Championship, not even going to be on the card. Yep. United States Intercontinental, not on the card. And then the Tag Team Champions are going against each other. What the fuck are we doing? It blows my mind whatever they're doing. Yeah. And then the other thing is, I feel like it's way more fun to talk about before we get into our picks. I had a thought. So obviously, AJ brought it up last week of, hey, I think we're finally going to get the AJ Finn team up. Finn comes out Monday night, saves AJ from Priest and Edge, about to tear his shoulder off with a chair. Then we get, he saves him. They do the too sweet in the ring. And people are like, oh my gosh, they did the fucking thing. Good week for Bullet Club, by the way. Again, throwing it out there. Good week for Bullet Club. I don't know where the fuck Kenny's at. He's working on a video game. But good week for Bullet Club. What if Finn turns on AJ? Whether it be Sunday or just at any point. That's the thought I had, is what if Finn turns on AJ and joins Judgment Day?
That would suck ass.
Hey, shut the fuck up. That'd be cool as fuck. That'd be cool as fuck, dude. Again, I would probably prefer it to be... Obviously, Rhea needs to be in that stable, but... I mean, Ciampa would be cool, but...
It would be cool, but I'd rather have AJ and Finn together.
I mean, true. But, I mean, what the fuck are they going to do with that? Just fucking too sweet every now and then and be like, hey, remember the fucking good old days when we weren't in this fucking hellhole?
I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, at least it gives them something to do.
That's a very good point. Hey, remember when I wasn't on fucking WrestleMania as United States champion? Yeah, it was... Yeah, this card, man, it just makes me sad. Like, how is this... This is the shit WWE is putting out. Like, there's a good chance I don't fucking watch this Sunday, and I might just catch the fucking highlights of the 3 matches that I named. But hey, you guys want to do picks real quick?
Let's do it.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, first up on the board, nobody cares, because we have Charlotte Flair versus no one, a.k.a. Ronda Rousey. Do you guys want me to give you Joey and Adam's picks?
Yeah.
They're very similar except for one pick. They're all exactly the same for one pick, except for one pick.
Wow.
They both pick.
So either Adam is going to do so much better this time around,
yeah,
or shit the bed again.
And then Joey shits it with you.
Yeah, exactly.
They both picked Charlotte Flair.
Wow.
Over Ronda. It is an I Quit match for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
An I Quit match.
It is an I Quit match. And I hope when they say, when Ronda says she quits, because I also pick Charlotte. I'm the champion, I go last, but I also did pick Charlotte, just because I will never pick. I will be wrong and lose the title every time if it comes down to Ronda. If it's Ronda versus a 7-year-old little girl, I'm picking that 7-year-old little girl. Every fucking time.
Would you pick Joey though?
Yes. Yes. But really anyone.
No.
Name anyone. Name them. Cassius Ohno, fucking picking him. Veer Mahan, fucking picking him.
Veer?
Fucking picking him. Dude, the stuff that came out about Ronda saying basically that she can't fucking wrestle, it all depends on the person she's wrestling. Basically, I mean, yeah, I'm fucking in a dream scenario. In a dream perfect scenario, I don't think it'll happen at WrestleMania Backlash. Actually, I'm not even don't do it at WWE. Don't do it. Because if I say don't do it, do they then do it?
They will do it for SummerSlam. I know what you're thinking of,
yes.
and I think they'll
that's why I stopped, because SummerSlam will be about a year since. And for those that hasn't picked up on it, I want Bayley to come back and take the fucking SmackDown Championship back and never fucking ever lose it again.
So here's the thing. I had picked Ronda for WrestleMania, and she shit the bed, which I was really surprised. But this is an I Quit match. Are you really going to have Ronda say, I quit? Your big fucking $1 million superstar say, I quit.
Let's hope so. I mean, you could be right, and you made me think about changing my pick there. But again, on principle and my own belief
totally
system,
fair.
I can't do it. Just like
I don't want to either, but I'm gonna pick Ronda.
Can't pick against Adam Cole. Can't pick Ronda. These are the two options of my life.
The rules.
These are the rules that I live by. These are my commandments. Don't pick against Adam Cole. Don't pick Ronda. So you said you are picking Ronda?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Ronda.
I'm beating your ass when I see you. Dustin.
I'm with you on this one, Blake. I can't do it.
Hell yeah.
Charlotte.
Fuck you, AJ and Ronda. Next up, something more entertaining, hopefully, should be. We have a normal singles match of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins. Again, Joey and AJ both with the same... Joey and Adam, not AJ, with the same picks. AJ might pick the same pick. Cody Rhodes.
So this one...
This one was tough.
This one's tough.
Because you don't want Cody to lose with the momentum he's on, but you don't want to fucking keep burying Seth. But then again, Seth is one of the guys that, would you say he's almost bury proof? Like even if
Seth is a main man.
Yeah.
So
that's that's again, I also pick Cody for this one because you can't have Cody lose on this streak that he's coming back unless it's a super not clean win.
That's the thing, is like I feel like it's gonna be like a distraction, low blow, curb stomp win for Seth Rollins. Mainly because, and this is not to say everything is 50-50 booking, which it is, which it 100% is. I'm trying to think the next pay-per-view is going to be, or what the next premium live event is.
Is it Money in the Bank?
If it's Money in the Bank, I can't see them doing a third match at Money in the Bank. I can't.
Yeah, wow. They're doing 2 premium live events in July.
Shit.
Apparently, Money in the Bank is also on a Saturday. It says Saturday, July 2nd for Money in the Bank 2022. And then SummerSlam's, the 29th or something?
Oh, man. This one's really tough. I feel like if they go 50-50, if Seth wins, they obviously have to do a rubber match.
Saturday, July 30th for SummerSlam.
Right.
I do like the Nashville SummerSlam logo.
But are you really going to do a third match
at Money in the Bank?
That's the thing.
Or unless you do, like you said, Seth pulls off a fluky win this time.
They could do the match on Raw.
I was gonna say put them in some kind of tag team or something. Cody and Ezekiel versus fucking kind of similar to what they did to Raw this week. Yeah. Put them in some kind of random tag team match for Money in the Bank, and then have the blow off big match at SummerSlam. They could do that, but
they could. I feel like if they're gonna do a Money in the Bank match, though, I feel like Cody would be in it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So
And
it's like
Seth probably, honestly.
yeah.
Which I mean that could be where they go, where Seth wins. Sunday. Yeah. They both put in the Money in the Bank match. One of them screws the other over. They have a match at SummerSlam.
As much as I don't want them to kill the momentum, I think they're probably going to give it to Seth on a dirty bullshit tactic. That's going to happen.
I could see it.
Some bullshit's going to happen. Cody's going to be like, well, I mean, you didn't win fair and square. Blah.
Yeah.
And so, as much as they're doing everything right with Cody right now, I feel like you shouldn't stop the momentum. But even if he loses and it's because of a dirty win, it's not gonna stop his momentum.
That man has too much pyro. I get it. You're from AEW where they throw Roman candles and shit out. But hey, man, you gotta fucking chill, dude. The pyro where he stands on the turnbuckle and it shows the stage. That's the part that I think is unnecessary. The smoke and then the boom and then I think don't they do something when he's out of that too? Yes. Like he's standing on the stage and they do something. Keep those.
He stands. The smoke and then the boom goes off.
Yeah.
If you caught it on Monday, he walked right into it and it blew up in his face.
I did not see that. Fucking
he's like
Undertaker / Goldberg over here.
And it went boom and he's like, holy shit.
I did not. I'll do back
the pyro for Cody has never been on time. They completely fuck it up every time. It was like 2 weeks ago. They had it on cue for once. So the boom comes out because the boom didn't happen and that's why he walked forward and then the boom went off when he's walking through. Then he gets to the right at the beginning of the ramp. He does like whatever, and then it goes off, and he gets to the turnbuckle and he does it again, and then it goes off again.
No, the turnbuckle pyro they should get rid of. I know obviously they had to get rid of the what do they call it, the Cody Vader?
Yeah.
Because that shit just didn't work. It didn't work. But I actually like even if it's just the smoke and then the boom. I like that. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to keep the stage pyro, that's fine. Don't get rid of the turnbuckle pyro. You don't need that much fucking pyro. Even Roman doesn't have that much pyro.
I agree. Well, kind of
at Mania and big events he does, but
no, he has the. I
don't think he has in-ring pyro, does he?
Yes, he does. He does. When he puts both belts up, there's pyro,
which he didn't do recently. He wore one belt and then took it off and let Paul Heyman hold it. That's weird.
Yeah.
Dustin, who you got?
I'm gonna go Cody. Okay.
As he's wearing a Seth Rollins shirt. Literally has a Seth Rollins shirt on. What shirt is that? I've never seen that. That looks awesome.
He's like, I made it myself.
Like it looks like a foster's home for imaginary kids Seth Rollins shirt.
Yeah.
I actually like that shirt. That shirt's awesome. You said you're picking Cody. Okay.
Yeah.
I just made him show the shirt again.
Yeah,
I just made him actually show the shirt so he looked dumb for picking Cody.
Yeah.
Even though I also picked Cody. And then we have another singles match. I won't save that one. We have another singles match here that nobody probably going to care about. Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss.
No one gives a shit about this.
Who the hell cares?
Nobody. The guys in the match don't even care about this.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you two guesses. The first one don't count of who Joey and Adam picked.
They picked Madcap.
No, I realized it after I asked the question and I seen your face. I was like, okay, they might actually pick Madcap. Obviously, we all picked Corbin. The people that picked somewhere all picked Corbin. And I thought it was obvious in my head that I asked it, and you were like, and I was like, okay, no.
What?
No. Okay. So Corbin has been picked across the map so far.
Really?
I
actually was gonna pick. The momentum is with Moss.
Is it really? I have not watched any of this feud at all.
The momentum was with Madcap.
Is Madcap face in this now?
Yes. Yes.
Is he still telling awful jokes?
I don't know. The joke is this match.
That is true. This horrible punchline and all. It's all there.
Yes. Yes. Because Moss needs to win because he needs. This is it. He finally breaks away from Corbin, and that's it. And his momentum changes. Hopefully, he stops wearing booty short suspenders. They drop the madcap from Moss, and he's just called Moss. Going forward,
It's happening.
I am not picking Corbin. I'm picking Moss
Same.
because after this, the story's done. They're gonna both go separate ways, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna pick Corbin. Unfortunately,
If fucking Corbin wins, that's great because he hasn't probably won a match in like 5 years.
that's also true. Then we have another singles match. What the fuck is this card? Bobby Lashley versus Omos with MVP.
Omos, leaving it there. That's it.
Hey, me too. Dustin?
Yeah. So Moss.
Joey and Adam both pick Lashley.
Idiots.
I did pick Omos. And then for a match like we said could steal the show, could not. Who knows? Who the fuck knows with the way this shit's going lately? Edge versus AJ Styles. Damian Priest banned from ringside. I think that's where my idea for Finn turning came from, because it's like, oh well, Damian Priest can't change the match, but Finn Balor can.
But that's the thing. I don't think Finn would get involved in this match.
Yeah.
I think it's legit going to be a one-on-one match all the way to the end. I think 50-50 booking comes into play here. For me, I think Styles will win this time. And then afterwards, Priest would come out. Then Finn would come out, make the save.
Get a tag team match at Money in the Bank.
Yes. And then I think then we'll start to see a new factor come into play, like an additional person. I don't think it'll happen here. It could happen at Money in the Bank, and that could be Ciampa. Or it could even happen, Sunday.
So if Judgment Day does add a Ciampa or someone, do we have a third person that would fit in with Finn and AJ? Do we think we have a third person?
Who the fuck's on the roster?
Good point. Moving on. So are you picking AJ?
Yeah, I'm picking
AJ is picking AJ to win. Dustin?
AJ.
Everyone else picked Edge, including myself.
Of course you did.
And then what I'm assuming should be the main event. It's listed at like number fucking 3 on this card for some reason. I'm assuming it's going to be the main event. We have a 6-man tag match. They're taking a page out of AEW's book. Drew McIntyre and RK Bro versus The Bloodline. Adam and Joey split on this one.
So, for this... so going back to what I was saying earlier, the reason why they scrapped the unification match is because they realized, shit, we need to get Roman on this card, but we don't want to have him defend the championship
at a shitty premium live event like WrestleMania Backlash.
Yes, that's one reason. 2, they also didn't want him to defend it. They want him to defend it in a big venue. So he probably won't be defending at Money in the Bank, maybe, because they want him to defend at SummerSlam. The program that they're probably trying to set up is with Drew, obviously, because he inserted himself into this for no fucking reason, basically. And I'm sure the program would be Drew versus Roman going forward. Yeah. With that being said, as much as I don't want to pick against the Bloodline, Drew needs to build that momentum, and he's probably going to pin one of the Usos. So my pick would be Drew and RK Bro to win.
Okay. Dustin?
He just shit himself.
You say you're taking who?
Bloodline.
Okay. I spelled Bloodline wrong. Joey picked Drew and RK Bro. Adam picked Bloodline. I also picked Bloodline. And then we got to do a time. I figured we were just gonna do time of Bloodline versus that match, or for that match. Joey picked 23 minutes. Adam, that bitch, picked 20 minutes because that's what I was gonna pick.
That bitch.
So I think I'm gonna take 19 minutes. Yeah, fuck it. What you guys got?
I'm gonna pick 22 before Dustin says something stupid.
Dustin?
18.
You son of a bitch.
He still said something stupid.
I thought he was gonna go. I thought he was gonna go 21. All right, so we got 18, 20, 18, 19, 20, 22, and 23. Hey, who's excited, guys? Oh, I forgot to change this. The actual name of the thing. It's
Ooh.
Hey, guys, you need to calm all that excitement down. Backlash. Then the date needs to be changed. What is this? 5/7 that this pay-per-view is happening?
Yes. No. 5/8. No?
Today's the... Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right. It is the 8th. You're right. It is the 8th. Who the hell cares? I'm not excited for that. Yeah. Everybody's at 2 championship reigns each. Current champ right here.
Except Adam.
Will Adam get his first?
I mean, he's got a chance this time around.
I mean, yeah, because it's a fucking awful fucking pay-per-view.
Exactly. Awful pay-per-view, awful pick maker. Could happen.
Match made in heaven.
This weekend is also Impact Under Siege, I believe. Yes, Saturday. I'm trying to remember.
Something important was happening there, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I was trying to see what the card was because there was like some interesting matches. One was, let's see, it gives me. You fucking piece of shit. Let's see.
Yeah, let's go to Impact University. Bro, we messed up naming our stuff, dude. There's a website called thesmackdownhotel.com.
Damn.
Like, that is awesome.
Let's see. Josh Alexander, who's the current Impact World Champion, will defend against Tomohiro Ishii. That's gonna be a banger of a slug fight. Violent by Design will defend against the Briscoes. That was the match I was thinking of.
The match I was thinking of is Bullet Club versus Honor No More.
Yes, that one too. And Taya Valkyrie, who's going to defend the Reina de Reinas championship against Diana in a rematch. So, I mean, that one's not going to be too bad.
Dude, it's bad when fucking there's more matches on an Impact show that I'm excited for than a fucking WWE show. Yeah, fucking Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley in singles matches. That looks better than every fucking thing on this show. On Backlash.
That's true.
Like, literally, give me the bottom half of this card and I'm happy. Bullet Club versus Honor No More, Chris Sabin versus Steve Macklin, Alex Shelley versus My Bailey. I'm fucking sad. Give me that. I'll take that.
Yeah. So.
Oh, WWE. WWE.
Maybe I'll give that a watch this weekend and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better than Backlash.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
All right. You guys got anything else?
I don't think so.
I think I got my 2 things in that I remember that I wanted to talk about. Dustin, you got anything in your Seth Rollins shirt picking Cody Rhodes?
No, nothing else but except Joey's a bitch. That's it.
That is true. We should end it on that. We will see you guys next week. We're maybe... Well, I'll obviously talk about this dumpster heap that is Backlash, maybe some Impact. Sure something else will happen somewhere else. Some Impact, some New Japan. Everything's hitting there pretty good as we get ready for Forbidden Door and Dominion and Capital, whatever it was called. Started with the C. What was it, AJ?
Capital Collision.
There it is. I knew it started with a C. Yeah, I think that's it. We will see you guys next week. You guys have a good one.
See ya.
I gotta find the button. There it is.